Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Pouring Takes. It is September 15th, 2025. Charlie and Rayya, tell me what's going on.
What's up, everybody? This is the Pouring Takes podcast. I am Charlie Van.
And I am Rayya. And with us, as always, our baseball/football expert, Brandon.
What it do, guys?
And happy Monday. We are here at Underdog Restaurant and Sports Club in Lake Highlands in Dallas. It is been a nice sunny Monday, although it's getting a little bit hotter. Last week it was early fall, and we're about to be in
Fool's Autumn.
Football started.
Fool's Autumn, yes, that's what it is.
A false fall.
Yeah,
False
you
fall.
see a football being snapped, and all of a sudden
Yeah.
I'm wearing boots again.
That's right.
Hey, but it's still a good time to hit up your pool while you can.
Oh, yeah. In Texas, the pools are open well into fall.
You
Right.
guys, I am fully in on PSL season. I do not want to see another pool. I don't want to think about putting on a bikini for
Done.
the next year. I'm done. I'm ready for my sweater weather,
Mm-hmm.
my football 24/7, some whiskey even. Maybe that's what
get
I
it.
should have gotten.
I get
Should've got
it.
whiskey.
I don't know
over
if I'm
vodka.
ready for the cold, though. Like 70s, 60s, high 50s finally. But below that,
It never gets below that, but for a couple of days.
Yeah, exactly.
Then the power goes out.
that's a
Except for 2021
yeah,
or
my
whatever
power
that was.
goes out.
Oh my goodness.
We got a week of Snowmageddon or whatever it was.
That's right.
That one sucked.
We're due for one of a real one again.
Texas
I mean, the
is kicking
Super
it
Bowl-
Soviet style.
5 years.
During the Super Bowl, now the Super Bowl won't come back because of that.
So what's gonna happen during the World Cup then? World Cup's gonna be in the summer. Are we gonna deal with the summer blackouts?
Dude, it's going to be a traffic jam to get there, and it's going to be blacking out the whole time. I mean, they did that during the Super Bowl, just like Brandon said. They put all the power at Jerry World, and then they let neighborhoods go on rolling blackouts.
Yeah.
It was great.
Oh Lord. help us
Capitalism, baby. We
all.
love it. All right.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the weekend, boys. What did you guys get into? I know it was a really sports themed out weekend. I know Saturday you
Yeah.
basically are waking up to college football at 11, going into UFC Noche in the middle of the day, and then ending out with a big boxing match. Did y'all catch that? Canelo
Yes.
and Crawford?
We were right here at Underdog Restaurant and Sports Club. Awesome turnout. Brandon was here.
I was not for the main event. It got past my bedtime.
That was literally started at midnight.
I did.
Yeah, it was. I could.
I watched it when I got home. But
I
yeah.
didn't think I was going to make it.
Yeah.
I've been cutting back significantly on how much I'm drinking. So by 10:30, my body's like, where's my Switch and my bed? That's all I want.
Yeah. No, I don't blame you.
I mean, I'm used to being out. I still felt kind of fatigued. I mean, midnight is it's pretty late. I could only imagine East Coast watchers
And just know it doesn't go the other way. It's just going to keep going that way.
Hey, that's okay. I like sleeping.
Although to be fair, all the main card went the distance. So
Yeah.
so
Oh,
you're looking
no.
at 10 rounds minus the main event, which was 12 rounds. So that's a lot of. But we know as MMA fans that happens too. You go to the distance. So, but it was a great card.
Yeah, I mean, the Fernando, what's his name?
I couldn't remember.
Walsh.
Oh, Caleb Walsh.
Caleb
That
Walsh
was a great
versus,
fight.
Venezuelan guy, I guess. I don't remember his name.
There was a lot of phone booth fighting,
Yeah.
which is very up close, rock'em sock'em in the pocket. I was like, man, ibuprofen should sponsor these fights
Yeah.
because tomorrow they're going to need it.
Yeah, were you guys surprised by Crawford taking out Canelo?
Not completely.
I think I was rooting for Canelo, but it did not surprise me that Crawford won.
I had the nod for Canelo, but I was like, he's so good. And
Yeah.
honestly, he looked big. He did not look small in there.
No.
That's what I was going to be worried about. But this guy's a former wrestler. As we know, wrestlers know how to put back on the weight, and do it effectively. And he was faster. And I was saying, it's because he's an athlete. I mean, right? Pure athlete. And it showed. And even Canelo's like, I just couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, I just felt like Crawford knew how to throw
Mm-hmm.
combinations, which I know is ridiculous to say when you're talking about boxing. Canelo kept throwing one shot at a time. It felt like he was always going for a kill shot. A lot of his punches were telegraphed, whereas Crawford had these really tight, 1-2-3s. Those uppercuts were so fucking
Yeah.
nice. I was like, every time he landed one, the whole bar would go, ooh, because you
Yeah.
could tell it was doing some damage.
Yeah, I mean, Crawford was a few shots away from a really big one to connect, which I thought. But Canelo's tough. He's not
Yeah.
easy to put away. No one has. So, but yeah, congrats. I mean, masterful performance by Bud. He's 1 in a million, generational now. So I'll be excited. Is he going to stay? I think he will. There's some big fights, and Canelo will stay around. There's some big fights for him too. But it was awesome for Netflix.
Yeah.
Speaking of Bud, I heard you guys also went to Spocktoberfest.
Oh, yes.
I thought you were going to talk
did.
about weed for a second.
I got excited.
Yeah.
I was like,
Tanner's ears
trying to
perked
think,
up
you
over
guys,
there.
I was thinking about like
Where
Bud
did you-
Light,
Where did you
Budweiser.
get Bud and Spock?
Okay, I see the
Okay, yeah,
connection.
yeah.
I went
It's
beer.
a little bit of a reach.
I was like,
but I got
A little bit, you guys.
Tanner
I'm trying.
Tanner just
Die
grew some
immediately.
Spock
Yeah.
ears.
It's like, man, what kind of podcast are we on? I'm liking this new direction.
But yes, we did Spocktoberfest over at Celestial Brewery.
Beer Works.
Beer
Yes,
Works.
Celestial
Beer
Beer
Works.
Works. You're right.
Yeah.
It is a beer work.
There is a B
name.
in there, though.
Yeah. It was. They do all the science,
Mm-hmm.
themes, planetary themes. So
Very
just
cool.
having Spocktoberfest, with the Star Trek with Oktoberfest, totally makes sense for them. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, shout out to Matt and Molly. They are the owners. They're super kind. Took care of us. Great event. They always have cool events that they put on. And we got a chance to talk to them a little bit. But Brandon and I were like, you know what? We can't just be bystanders. We got to take the full effect of the event. So I entered the chugging contest, and Brandon over here entered the Steinholden.
The Steinhoist.
I did not do well.
No, you didn't.
I
mean,
did as good as my
no.
fantasy football teams are doing right now.
Oof.
If you're in first or last, I was tied for last, if that's a possibility.
They would have had to go to the tape.
Yeah, I know. It was, I don't know. The other guy was like, you know what? I'm just going to drink. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah. It was your competition was over really quick.
Really
Like,
quick.
I mean, the steins weren't the normal German style steins you see that are like this. They were a little smaller.
The leaders.
Yeah, they were a little
Yeah.
smaller. So some of these guys out there chugged pretty quickly. So I don't blame Charlie for losing. Some guys just did their business out there real quick.
Experience.
Yeah.
Well,
With
sounds
the Stein hoist,
yes.
there was about 16 people. I got about halfway through, about 8th place. Lasted 5 minutes, which is not bad, but the
way you
winner
said that.
got 8 minutes. I'm like, I ain't lasting 8 minutes. And that's what she
Oh,
did.
Mark, let me
Hey,
Yes,
the 5
please.
minutes, 5 minutes counts.
let me
Let
let me mark
Hey,
that real
Name
quick.
of your sex tape.
Oi. Happy
As
Monday.
I'm going into that, I'm like,
Cheers to
Yeah,
that.
this is,
Cheers to that.
Cheers to
definitely
getting the
gonna
job
be mine.
done.
There you
Getting
go.
the job done.
There you go.
5
And
minutes, 8 minutes, whatever it takes.
And I'm gonna say those beers they had were awesome. The nostalgia. You had
Yes.
the
the Spocktoberfest. They had one
Spocktober is really
specifically
good.
for the event called
Yeah.
Spocktoberfest, and it was very good. They normally have IPAs, but this was a Marzen, and it was very good.
Well, cool. I'm so glad you guys got to do that and have so much fun.
And
They
a
are
lot
doing
of,
under-
lot of people in costume.
Oh,
I
wow.
So many
believe
people
it.
wearing Star Trek stuff.
Oh yeah.
Fake ears, with the Spock ears. Charlie wore some lederhosen with a Spock T-shirt.
I did.
So he went both worlds there. It was really nice.
One last question about y'all's weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a college football highlight. Any team, any game that stood out to you this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, I would say for me, the Georgia-Tennessee was really
That's-
fun.
Uh-huh.
I was pulling for Tennessee, but the fact that Georgia did that, hey,
Yeah.
Bulldogs are still around, so that was a lot of fun. We were watching it at Celestial.
Being at the event,
Everybody
like,
was.
that game was on, so that was the one I kind of got a chance to at least watch a little bit of. Other than that, it wasn't a big college football Saturday for me.
Nah, SMU had a game against Missouri State something.
Don't get me to line. I have no idea.
Okay, so here's the deal. SMU lost to Baylor the week before and then played this school that's like new to FBS essentially, and they were down 10-0 at halftime. Boneheaded penalties, really irresponsible play. Somehow got their shit together in the second half and came out winners. I'm so nervous. We play TCU next on
Oh,
Saturday
yeah.
in
Ooh.
Fort Worth. I'm really nervous for us this
That's
season.
gonna be
I
a
feel
tough one.
like as a team that was supposed to be better than last year, we took a huge step back.
Mm.
Yeah.
And I need Rhett Lashley's get in that ass energy because some of these guys really need to be smacked around a little bit.
I did not check to see how my alma mater did. I know we lost last week to Florida State 77-3. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping we did better.
Florida State's for real right now.
Yeah, but East Texas A&M,
Yeah.
we're playing outside of their depths for a couple of weeks.
Well, how about real quick, because some of the talk, I didn't get to completely watch the game. It was on there while we were at the event, was Texas, and some boos for Arch Manning.
Yeah.
Arch Manning apparently is not looking great.
Yeah.
Talking to other UT fans, they are not happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not looking good.
I told y'all it's not working.
The mechanics, I think the lack of
how many times did we expect lightning to strike?
Well, I think you were
Twice.
hoping,
Ryan
though.
Payton.
4 times? You need 4 times out of the Mannings? Get real.
I mean,
yeah,
is
but
it a Sarkisian thing?
Sarkisian is actually pretty good with quarterbacks. That's the reason why Arch.
Yours?
But I didn't think Quinn was horrible. Not like this. He didn't have this
He
kind of
wasn't
stuff.
Number 1 prospect out of high school.
But he had experience though.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at Ohio State. I think the thing is we thought right away just with Arch being able to sit there and take in. Granted, we had little flashes when he stepped in, but right now it just seems like the mechanics, the confidence, I think, is a big thing too.
Confidence.
I think
You
that's
can
the
see
biggest
the
thing. I
body
think the
language.
mechanics can be there, but if your mind's not there, it don't matter.
Yeah.
Let
I
me
can
say
agree with
let
that.
me say this. You UT fans that were shitting on Quinn last year, your guys, long-term shot bet alert. I'm thinking by like week 4 or 5, Dolphins are probably gonna either Tua's gonna get hurt, Mike McDaniel's gonna get fired, something's gonna happen. They're gonna bench Tua for one reason or another. They're gonna see Zach Wilson maybe play half a game and be like, ew, no, not working. Quinn is gonna suit up for the Dolphins this year, and you Texas fans are gonna effing cry harder than you already are.
See, I didn't mind Quinn, but the health worried me. That was what worried me. But hey, we'll see what happens. But yeah, that is college football.
Yeah.
We love it. Okay, speaking of football things, before we get into the Cowboy stuff, I just want to bring up a little controversy thought I had while I was writing our show earlier today.
I'm interested.
So we're 2 weeks through the NFL season. I mean, we got 2 Monday night games on right now. Right now we've got the Bucks and Texans, and later on the Raiders and Chargers. But essentially 2 weeks through the season,
Go Chargers.
quarterbacks dropping like flies after week 2.
Yeah.
J.J. McCarthy, ankle sprain. Justin Fields, concussion protocol. Jaden Daniels, knee. Joe Burrow, turf toe. What do all 4 of these
Brock
men have
Purdy
in
also
common?
is turf toe week.
Damn it! I was going to say, what do these 4 men have in common?
They play in the NFL.
Yeah.
They all have J names.
They
And
all
if
have
you guys-
J.
If you guys know anything about dating people with J names, have y'all ever dated like a Jordan?
No, Catherine seems to be.
I had a
pretty-
Jennifer at one point, I believe.
Oh no, I dated Jennifer.
Y'all,
my bugaboo's been A names for women.
Oh, we've talked about this.
yeah, A names
But
are an issue for
I will
me.
say,
Shout out to all you A names.
it's a TikTok conspiracy thing. J names, especially on the guy's side, those are not usually the greatest of people. But anyway, I just want to kind of talk about why we're seeing quarterbacks dropping so early this season.
Man, it has been really rough being a quarterback out there right now. Well, with Burrow, we were kind of talking about this before. It's every other season he seems to just have that. I think part of it though, his O-line does not do him a lot of favors. He's just one of those that I just think this is going to be part of his career to be expected.
Yeah.
Daniels, that's a little.
I saw something interesting about Joe Burrow actually on the drive here. On his current contract, the final 2 years are not guaranteed money. So if he's injured, he's not getting paid.
Well, their backup
Yeah.
starts with a J too, Jake Brown. So
And you're talking about Burrow?
yeah.
Yeah, but normally teams don't just let a quarterback go even with injury like that. A top-level quarterback like Burrow.
I mean, if he stays top level, we don't know what we're going to get out of
You're
him.
right. You're right. I mean, I guess he could.
But, I mean, just saying that the Cincinnati has that option.
Yeah.
Depending on how he comes back from turf toe. And I didn't realize turf toe could put you down for 3 months.
I think Browning will have to really
Yeah,
go
three,
off.
That's That's awful.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel so bad for him.
I do feel like Browning's going to have to really go off for them to believe that, hey, we can move on, or if there's somebody
Okay,
else.
but here's
yeah,
the
I
thing
don't.
about
I think moving on from Burrow requires 2 years from now of like he did not recover fully.
Yeah.
right.
totally true. I'm not
Yeah.
saying to cut him at the end of the season. I'm not saying that at all, but I'm just saying it's an option. And you're right. Depending on how they play, where they finish, who they could draft next year, that's a totally different conversation. But I will say, you have some of the brightest stars in that skill player set in Cincinnati. They should be able to plug and play and should be able to make something happen.
They won. They
yeah,
won.
Yeah.
they did. They,
So,
they eked
I mean,
it out.
Browning.
They're
threw some
2-0.
interceptions, but they beat Jacksonville,
You
right?
know.
So, I think the injuries happen every year, right? Like, we're 2 weeks in. We're making a list of all these guys that got hurt at the quarterback position, but I bet if you look back over the past couple of years, you're going to see some of
Are
these
you giving
things.
me homework? Because I will look.
You should look.
I mean,
don't
I'm
know
sure
if
we could just ask AI.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm just saying
They'll give you something that looks like an answer.
the pass rush from every team is so specialized now that they're just getting to the quarterbacks more often.
Yeah.
They're making the quarterbacks run more often, which a lot of quarterbacks, Lamar and even Jaden Daniels and Josh Allen, they run a lot anyway. But the pass rush just getting there, these bigger humans hitting them.
Bigger humans.
Yeah, they.
It's
so-
true.
I
just-
mean, they've
the
got
way you said
150
it, it's
pounds on
hilarious.
anybody
Yeah,
they
like,
played in college.
They're just massive humans that are chasing you down like a lion. It's going to like
And,
cause injuries.
and these guys aren't playing preseason. A lot of
They-
them
they're
aren't, so they
not.
don't have the hits. And we know from sparring, like, you need those reps, and your body's like, ooh. And they don't hit like that in practice
Mhm.
anymore either. So that can shake you. Too, you're just doing things you're not always doing. But, I mean, luckily it doesn't sound like the rest of them are, like, out for a while.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
McCarthy's just a sprained ankle,
Yeah.
right? Should be back in.
And
3 to 4
he
weeks.
runs. He run. Oh,
Yeah.
but he also got twisted around.
Yeah. I think you're starting to see in the preseason a lot of teams start playing their players a little more for that reason,
Mhm.
right? Dallas obviously did not do that.
Yeah.
Dak did not play.
Bengals did, though.
But Bengals did. Burrow played. Josh Allen played. Mahomes played. Hurts, I believe, even played
Yeah,
a
Hurts
game,
had-
right?
had a
So,
series or two.
yeah, played in a game for just a series or two, just to get them accustomed to the speed, because I think that is also an adjustment, right? That when the real season starts, the speed is different.
Mm-hmm.
Totally. Well, just something to keep an eye on as the season
Yeah.
progresses. Like you said, 5 out of the 32 starting quarterbacks already hitting IL, if you will.
Yeah.
Let's get into yesterday's action. We got, would you call it a gift? I don't even know, but it was bonus football, OT thriller that went down to the wire. Did y'all think this was going to end in a tie, or was that just me?
That game deserved to end inside.
That
it really
like,
did.
honestly,
that was a very tie worthy, because I will say both offenses did their job,
yeah.
you know. And
Yeah, that's the
people
only people that did their job.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, yeah.
You're forgetting one very
Oh, no, the
important
most
person
important-
who
Special
did the job.
teams.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. The future president of the United States,
Yeah.
Automatic
Brandon
upper.
Aubrey. Oh, my God.
You are supposed to be the representative
I
for the
know. That's your
kickers.
boy,
that is
bro.
your role.
That's
your
true.
boy.
That's true. Let me do my job here and advocate and pledge allegiance to the flag of Brandon
No,
Aubrey,
As
States
we
of
went into
America.
overtime, I go, this needs to end in a tie. It really does. Game deserved nothing else because it was the dumbest game ever, except for Week 1's Cowboys game against the Eagles, which was also a dumb
game. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I felt like this game was that Spider-Man meme where the two Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Because these teams are two mirror image, which I don't know how I feel about that, because
I know
guys
how you
are supposed to
feel
be
about
really
it.
good. Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah. And being there and just from the get-go. But then you look at the Giants and all the penalties. I'm like, holy moly.
Can we talk about the color guard show? 4 penalties on a single play.
That was
Yeah.
the most ridiculous
That
play
was
I've ever-
wild.
And that is not fair, right? Like 3 against the Giants and 1 against the Cowboys.
Yeah.
And then
All offset.
That's bullshit.
No, it should offset 1 and 1.
Yeah.
And then still be 2 against the Giants. Like,
Yeah,
That's
risk
ridiculous.
rules. I get it.
No, that was pretty ridiculous. I'm going to ask you guys one question, and then we're going to do our shots because we got to talk about
Yeah.
what happened with our shot takes. But we said last week with the Eagles game that we walked out of there feeling optimistic, that it was a moral victory even in a loss. after this game, could you say it's the opposite, a moral loss in victory because we should have been better?
Who are you going to first?
I'll go with you first
Okay.
since you asked so nicely.
So I want to say yes because as a fan, we have this expectation of where they should be. However, the NFL is the toughest sport out there, and you should never apologize for a win. It is very hard to get wins in this league against every team, even teams that should not be very good, like the New York Football Giants. But as a fan, I can look at that game and be like, we deserve to lose. They were trying their damnedest to give it to us, and we finally just said, fine, we'll take it. And we should have played better, but you never apologize for a win. But it doesn't give me high hopes of, where we were a week ago and being like, maybe. Now I'm more like, they are who we thought they were.
Just like the quote.
Yeah.
What are you thinking, Charlie?
Well, yeah, no, I mean, I was sitting there watching this in person. I'm like, this is not great. I do agree a lot with Brandon here, but my feeling is I've seen this before. I'm not too surprised, but I'm also not too surprised by any crazy shenanigans when it comes to rivalry games. But at the same time, during those, I still felt like there was some optimism. I don't know how much optimism, mainly because the defense. Like, I see every game nearly having to force our offense to be in a shootout, and that just should not be the case. And there's so many games coming out, I'm like, that could be ugly. That could be a win.
Yeah.
But that's not the way you want to go into these games.
Yeah,
Guys.
there's no such thing this season as a guaranteed victory.
Yeah.
That's not
Absolutely
happening.
not. I had major PTSD, to be perfectly honest. When we were going down the stretch, especially in that fourth quarter, watching our defense try to defend a lead, I was like, here we go again.
Yeah.
Here we go again. Dak does everything right just for the defense to fuck it up.
Yeah.
Well-
How impressed were you guys with the defense in the overtime period?
Go ahead.
You go.
I like the last minute adjustment. It didn't make much a difference to me as far as like the feeling frustrated because we shouldn't have been there. I just think Russell Wilson made his mistake again.
He made two.
He
of
made
them.
two. So I mean, it doesn't make me feel that much better. But it's a sigh that we got it. But I'm like, I was already like frustrated.
Yeah.
One play's not going to make me change my whole mind.
Yeah.
The whole defense because they should have played a lot better than they did.
Yeah, I agree. I was frustrated because it didn't end into a tie like I wanted it to.
Well, because I'm like, it's
The
about
game was
time
so
someone gets a
stupid,
pick.
Rayya. It was the dumbest game ever. They deserved a tie.
Yeah, no, they both deserved each other.
Yeah, so many penalties, and the defense, I guess, had spurts in the first half where they stopped them on fourth down, right? But then once Russ just started throwing downfield,
I believe the phrase is when Russ started cooking.
okay,
Yeah.
I see what you did there. Let Russ cook. Saw that on Twitter a couple of times, or X a couple of times. They're letting Russ cook. There was no optimism on the defense. They were really bad.
They looked
Russ
lost.
made some mistakes in the overtime that gave us the game. And because had he not accidentally thrown the ball backwards,
That was insane.
they were going to
Yeah.
score on that drive.
I know.
And that game was going to be over.
Yeah.
Oh my
We would've lost.
god. Oh my.
I will
God.
say the only outside of Donovan Wilson, I will say in regulation, the only one to me that was like, well, two of them that were impact was Elam. He actually did statistically have a good game. And USA had one big sack.
Yeah,
Kenny
I thought
Kenny
Kenny
Clark
Clark
was
looked
mid-
fine,
mid-
actually.
But we don't have that. Wow, that like I did not see that. I was waiting for somebody to step up in the pass rush.
Yeah,
Ain't
the pass
nobody
rush was-
afraid of
Yeah.
us on defense.
Yeah.
Nobody.
I saw some glimpses of Kenneth Murray.
Yeah,
He made
yeah.
some plays
Kenneth
from
Murray
the
did.
linebacking core, which did nothing in week one. So at least he had some glimpses of plays. But overall, the secondary was really poor.
Yeah.
No pass rush. The interior run defense still looked pretty good. Scadaboo's a fun player.
He is fun actually
Yeah.
to watch.
His name is fun to say.
Yeah.
Too.
Scadaboo.
Scadaboo.
Good.
But watching the Giants defense, don't you wish we had somebody that could play like Brian Burns?
Did
Yeah,
y'all, did
yeah, I
y'all
know.
Right?
hear the commentary? They were like, this Giants defense, this front seven is full of superstars. And I'm like, yeah, damn right they are. You got
they're big.
Dexter Lawrence, Brian Burns,
Abdul
Kayvon
Carter.
Thibodeau, Abdul Carter. My God, this is why that is why at the beginning of the season I said that there was a chance that the Giants could finish higher than the Cowboys in the NFC East because of that defense.
You should stand by that.
I have a new most hated player in Drew Phillips. I don't like him.
Oh, he bad. He real bad.
I don't like him at all.
Yeah, to your point, Tanner, if this defense can figure out how to force turnovers, that's trouble.
Yeah.
That is trouble for our
Brian Burns
division.
was really good.
That's trouble for the NFC. That's trouble for our league because that's all they need. They need a short field on offense, and Russ will literally cook anybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whew.
Or he'll throw it backwards.
He will. He has set a
Who
precedent.
knows? And if it's not Russ, it's Jackson. So, like, like I said, that defense is just scary good, and they're only going to get better as the season
And they are
goes
pretty
on.
young. Well, Dexter Lawrence really isn't that young, but some of the other players are pretty young.
I don't know if we're gonna get in like individual exactly talking points of each.
We
Oh yeah, sorry.
But let me start with the shot takes. So, like I said, this game, final score 40-37, overtime win for the Cowboys. Guess who got their shot take right? Absolutely fucking nobody.
None of us.
We're 0-2 in that. We're 0-2 in that, just like my fantasy league.
Which is
I did say Trayvon would give up big touchdown.
you did.
He gave up 2. But
gave
he did
up
not
2.
have that pick 6 that I
And then
predicted.
Tanner was
He
pretty
give
close.
up 2 and get 1.
Tanner said,
2 sacks on Dak, 2 interceptions for Dallas.
and Dak only threw 1 interception.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think I was the closest, but I
You
still
were the closest.
lost.
I made my shot take before we saw the injury report, so I was a wash. I said Deron Bland would have a pick and that Fergie would have a touchdown. Didn't happen, but Fergie did get more targets. Thank you, God.
He did. He did. Well, he had targets in the first game. He just dropped them.
That's true.
Also true.
Also got run over,
But he did have a lot of targets. He had a really good game.
He did. And then, Charlie, you had all these offensive touchdowns coming from everywhere, but they actually.
I had
covered it.
Williams and CD. Williams did get in, but Pickens got in.
You had Jaden Blue and CD Lamb.
No, that was week
Oh,
one.
week 1. I'm
yeah,
sorry,
week 2
I'm
was
looking at-
Jalen. Was
Javonte.
Williams.
Yeah, 2 TDs for Javante and 1 TD for CD.
Yeah. So I mean,
TD.
So
got
Miles
close.
Sanders vultured one from you.
yeah.
I don't know how I feel about Miles Sanders, you guys. I have like so many mixed feelings, but we
I
can
think
talk
he's a
about
good
that
change of pace back.
in
Yeah.
a second. So to our 0-2
Yeah.
shot takes,
It's a
may
fireball.
next week be better for us.
Fireball's
Oh,
so gross.
dude.
No.
Cheers. Oh.
Ooh, that one was actually fiery right there.
She made them bigger this week.
Ooh. Miller Lite. By the way, 50 years.
Yeah, I had to. It took me 2. Ugh.
Yeah,
Ugh.
that one was
God,
rough. That was a rough go.
Fireballs.
So was that
not
game.
fun. I know.
Yeah.
It deserved.
Tastes about as good as that game.
Okay, so we've talked a little bit about our initial reactions. Tanner, I want to hear from you.
Oh yeah. Your
You
boy.
mean the President, Emperor, and King Brandon Aubrey
Yeah,
kicking it
talk-
across the world?
Yeah, talk to me about Brandon Aubrey. Talk to me about how much you love him. Talk to me about how important it is to have a kicker that you could rely on anytime, anywhere, any place.
And wasn't this guy just like called from the ether? He wasn't like a career kicker beforehand.
Uh,
Is what I
no.
understand.
USFL.
Okay, here's the backstory. Homeboy played soccer at Notre Dame, was drafted at the MLS, did not have a great MLS career, and decided to say, you know what, I'm going to use my degree and go be a software engineer. Had a 9-to-5, was making great money, was just chilling at home with his wife, watching some football. Saw somebody missed a kick. The wife goes, "You can do that, babe." And he said, "All right, babe." Starts
You
training.
can miss that bad, I think is what she said.
That is mean.
And then he said, never.
And then, exactly. So he starts training, gets a tryout and a spot on a USFL team. And then the Cowboys are going through their kicking issues post Dan Bailey. How many kickers did we go through? So many.
Well, we brought back a kicker too.
Oh.
So
Brett
many, I can't
Maher.
remember any
Yeah,
of
we
their
brought
names.
Maher
Money
back.
Maher.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, here we are. We have Brandon Aubrey wearing the star for us, and he is the most cool, calm, and collected human I've ever seen.
Yes.
I think that's that engineering. He's calculated. You can kind of tell he's thinking about it. He's like, "What's the winds?"
Yeah, drink.
Boom.
So Tanner, I have a question. Could you recognize him if he walked in here right now?
Yes.
That's a good question.
He kind of has
Yeah.
the Danny Dimes look
He's
a little
lying. He would not recognize.
Adding to our long-term bets. If Brandon ever sees Brandon Aubrey, if Tanner ever sees Brandon Aubrey in person, will he know it's him?
That's right. If I recognize
no
him in
way.
public, that's a bonus.
There's
Yeah.
no way.
We're all going to Frisco this weekend. Let's see what we can do.
All right.
Anyway, I cut you off. I gave you the
That's all right. He was
backstory.
4 for 4 with a 64-yard long. Isn't that tied for his longest, I believe? 23 fantasy points, which is ungodly for a kicker. It outclasses many skill positions in the fantasy football slot. How in the world you could choose anybody else out there is beyond me.
You know, did you hear one of the players say that they feel the ultimate comfort knowing that they just have to get the ball to the star and they know he's going to make the field goal?
They acted like it yesterday, which was wild. That
Yeah.
they just
Yeah.
had a draw play from like the 50.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember
was like-
seeing that, being like, y'all cocky little motherfuckers.
Yeah, I'm like, that's what you do when you're just lining up from the 30 because you know that it's automatic. Not from the 50. That's
God,
insane.
I want to know
MVP.
I want to know what his regimen is. I want to know how he trains, how he drills, what he does. Because you watch these other kickers and pre-kick, pre-game winning kick, I'll say. You see them on the side, they're kicking to the net. They kind of look jittery and hyper. This guy's on one knee, just watching the game and chilling.
Yeah.
But you know,
The guy is the picture of, steady hand.
well,
foot in
kicking's a
his
lot of
case.
mental. You see where just a lot of kickers fall off just mentally.
They
The
get the
case of the yips, but even and they don't get it back.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes you'll see Dan Bailey, we mentioned, his was the Tommy Johns of kicker
Yeah.
injuries, the growing. That really just destroys your
Yeah,
career.
sometimes
So-
a change of
yeah.
scenery is needed.
But, we forget, Vinatieri was a lot like this.
Mhm.
Tucker for a
Vinatieri
lot
had
of
a-
career like this.
Vinatieri had what, a 20, 25 year
Yeah.
career? Something like that. He
So,
was around for some time.
If your mind is
Yeah.
right and that confidence, you just find your stride. I'm sure is some calculation in that. You can do it. It's just there's a lot that get rattled.
Yeah.
But there's only a handful that you could say very elite. And Aubrey is that. He has shown that. He's in that aura, that era now of the top of the echelon. He made history yesterday. So I think we should pay him. We freed up some money.
You
pay the man.
I was
read
about to say,
my
I think he's going
mind.
to get some of the
Pay
Mike
him.
money.
I was going to say.
If there's anyone that deserves to be paid and you should pay right now, it is automatic Aubrey.
He's going to get
Butter.
some of that
Butter
Micah
Brandon.
money.
Butter
That's his nickname.
Brandon.
They've been
That's
calling
what
him
Dad
Butter.
called him, right?
Yeah.
Because we saw so many Super Bowls come down on a kick. So many end of season get into the playoffs.
Well,
come down
we
on a kick.
didn't.
Have they used all
Well,
that?
we didn't.
Yeah.
All right, we didn't.
Have they used all that Micah money yet? They signed.
No, they
signed
Tyler-
Bland,
Clown.
Tyler
Tyron-
Smith. Tyler
Tyler
Smith.
Smith,
and out-
Lipke.
Clown.
Yeah, but
Didn't
that's
they-
nowhere near as.
I know, but it's still part
He
of
keeps
it.
saying
I
Clowney.
think Pickens is
Isn't
the
that who
one
he
you're
is?
looking at, but I
Yeah.
think they're going to wait to see how the rest of the season goes.
Of
but
course.
go
But he
get Aubrey.
needs to stop being a bonehead.
Aubrey, I think, needs
Would you do a
portion of
4-year
that.
deal or a 3-year deal? What would you do?
How old is he?
Mm,
He's still
30.
young. Yeah.
30.
30? He's got
He's
15
still good.
years left in him.
Van Terry was what, 45, 46?
Yeah, kickers can be old. It's fine.
As long as your leg doesn't
4
go.
for 30.
Yeah.
Would you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
What
the
is
best
that,
player.
7.5 a year?
I mean,
Yeah.
we did
I
it for
can't do the math in my
Vanderjack.
head.
We could.
No, Vander was here for 2 seconds. His mind was messed up after missing that goal against Steelers.
Yeah.
That guy's mind was messed up long
I
before
know.
that.
His 7.5 would make him the highest paid kicker, and then I think that's what he's going to want, even if it's just $1 million more than Harrison Butker, which I think is the highest paid right now.
And Harrison Butker has been struggling.
Yeah,
you
'cause
think
he's
they
a
will pay?
shithead.
He
I do.
Yeah.
I honestly don't understand why they wouldn't.
Mhm.
Like, I kind of understood why they didn't want to pay Micah.
Yeah.
A little bit. Not really. But I'm talking
it
myself
sounds
into
like
it after
you're
2 weeks.
slowly still making peace with this.
Yeah. But I have no reason why they wouldn't pay Aubrey. He has proven to be a difference maker in certain games, right? We were kind of talking before when it comes to Micah. Sure, I would have loved to have him yesterday, but we would still be 1-1.
Yep, nothing
Right.
changes.
But if you don't have Aubrey, you're definitely.
If you didn't have
you're
Aubrey, you'd be
0-2.
0-2 right now.
Hashtag
That's
game
true.
changer.
Yeah. So I know it's a really small sample size, but what I'm saying is I can't justify not paying him.
Yeah.
But 3 weeks ago, I couldn't justify not paying Micah either, right? So
Okay,
Who knows what billionaires think?
right? Billionaires on their own planet, waking up at 5 a.m., splashing their face with Saratoga water. Who knows? Was that guy a billionaire? I don't know. He pretended to be. Anyway, we were talking about guys who got paid. We talked about the Tyler Smith extension. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, I mean, Tyler has been great. Already Pro Bowler. He is the veteran of that O-line now, and you can tell. Always, I mean, for the most part, always consistent. O-line did have some struggles yesterday. Cooper,
But not him.
not him.
Nope.
Not him.
His name was not called
Cooper
once.
Beebe, though, I know he's out 6 to 8 weeks. That sucks.
Boo.
Had a lot of high snaps, which were still can block though. The one veteran, he's veteran before Tyler, that struggled, especially in the second half, and caused a lot of pressure. And you want to talk about getting paid and being inconsistent? 78, Terrence Hill. We need you to do better, man, because Dak got blindsided several times.
Didn't we
Yeah.
go through this? Haven't we seen this story before?
Yes.
We see Terrence Steele have a really slow start to the season, and then I don't know if it's getting that ass energy or he's got a really great coach
Yeah.
over there that's like, hey man, let's go drill shit, let's work together, let's get it together. I just always feel like he doesn't click until he clicks, if that makes sense.
Well,
No, I get it.
I-
I see that.
I think he was very close with Philbin, who's gone. So the O-line,
For that.
so that can make a big difference, having that experienced coach. With that being said, you're still a veteran. We still expect. Tyler Booker's looked good.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just like, it's like he's been doing it for a while.
Yeah, there's a couple rookie things that he's done.
Yeah.
But he's a rookie. He's
Yeah.
in his second game. But overall, looks pretty good.
Guidance getting better, I think.
Guyton was
Didn't
flagged,
punch
what,
anybody.
once,
Didn't punch
twice?
anybody,
So that's good.
but
Yeah.
O-line shakiness, and that's why I think some of the reason why Russ was able to cook too, or not Russ, but the defense to have more of a day. Not saying they're bad, I get it, but
Yeah.
there was a lot of pressure on Dak where he can barely even get out of the pocket.
Yeah, as far as the offense goes, the O-line was the only one that I say was not great. Like,
Yeah.
Dak looked really good.
Yeah.
The receivers looked really good. A little slow start for CD, but after they started targeting him, maybe they understood, what Rayya was preaching last week. After they started,
That was such a nice thing
was
for you to say.
so backhanded compliment. Once they started targeting him, he looked great. Ferguson looked good this week. Javonte looked good again. So offensive line was where the offense struggled.
Can I tell a Ferguson concern though? I thought he looked good, but I was sitting next to somebody or behind me. Was like, he doesn't jump anymore. He led in with his head on a down. I was like, and remember last year he went out a game or two with a concussion. Like, I get it. Jumping's a little bit risk, but this is some of the things that I felt has made him special because he leads a lot with his head, and I'm just worried. Another guy that got paid.
I did not notice that.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that
Yeah,
either.
yeah, he led right in and
Yeah.
came close, and I turned. I was like, ooh. I mean, that's just a little thing. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But I love when he kind of is that athletic moment. I'd rather see that than somebody kind of lead
He
down
needs
with
to
her
get in the
head.
gym with his fiance in the basketball gym and work on his vertical then.
But he
I
had
know,
good
right?
catches. He had some in traffic moment catches, which was like, whew.
Yeah.
No, he looked better this week than
Yeah.
last week, at least in my.
I don't even know if they targeted Schoonmaker.
They did.
One.
They
Was
did.
it one?
And
Yeah.
Ford Span was targeted, I think, 2 or 3 times.
I know he had a catch. I did
Yes.
see at least
I
one.
mean, we know Schoonmaker. He's the blocker.
Yeah.
He's the blocking tight end.
Yeah.
Spoon.
But yeah, Miles Sanders I think is a good change-up back for Javonte.
Yeah.
Okay, one thing I want to ask y'all: Kevontae Turpin got injured, and they started putting Miles Sanders on return duties. How you
Yeah.
feel about that?
I don't know who else would do it.
I mean, I didn't love it, but yeah, I was. I'm
You
in the
mean
same
Tolbert?
boat. Well, they split it. They
Oh,
gave
yeah,
one
they
to Tolbert
split it.
and they
one
gave
to
one to
Sa-
Sanders.
okay,
I
I
didn't,
guess
Like,
I-
so Tolbert
I-
makes sense.
I
but
would
Yeah.
rather have Tolbert
Tolbert,
do
yeah.
both kick
Yeah.
returns and punt returns if
Yeah.
Kevontae's going to miss time. Miles Sanders, maybe I'm just like PTSDing from the fumble in game 1, but
I think he's got a good head. I'm just worried because, like, just returns, I see potential injury impact.
I was going to say he's not as agile as a younger.
Now, that's
No.
where I
That
would
would
have Blue.
be.
That's where I would have Blue if
Yeah.
you activate him, which I want them to
and that
do.
might happen.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
I
could
want,
happen.
They need that speed.
for,
That's the
for
one
the
thing
return
they
specialist,
don't.
for
yeah.
sure.
Outside of
I don't
Turpin.
know. Did he ever return in Texas? I don't know.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
But I mean, they used to have. I think Davis used to. Sometimes Malik Davis
Yeah.
sometimes. but I would for
Yeah.
the speed. I mean, it looks like Turpin's okay, like
Yeah, I was
clear,
about to say, I heard he said he should be okay.
but I wouldn't
Yeah.
risk him next week
Yeah.
on a return.
Yeah, I wanna just touch on this real quick, and we saw this a lot in yesterday's game. How they've been using him in the offense. Like, I'm just loving him lining up in the slot. I'm loving that he's getting to run these deeper routes, and he's not just used for weird gadget run sweep kind of plays. Like, I really appreciate the creativity with his speed and all of his attributes. What are y'all thinking?
I think he's pretty small.
Yeah, I mean,
think
I'm envious.
a lot of
his-
plays
yeah, he's
is tough in this league for somebody that small, right? I mean, we've seen it before with like a Darren Sproles where they can handle it, but I think that's more unique than common for guys that size.
But you know who
right?
was small too, and he made big plays? Cole Beasley.
Yep.
Yeah, he made some good.
Yeah, he's bigger than Turpin though.
Well, a little
Oh,
bit,
man.
170,
Swole
but
Yeah.
beast.
but I mean, still, these aren't big guys.
They're
in this
not.
area. You know, Turpin is faster,
Yeah.
but Turpin has shown he's capable.
Yeah.
He's gritty. He got in. You know, so it's a great story, by the way.
For-
We
Yeah.
were talking about the
But to answer Ray's question, if they're dedicated to using him, I like it, right? Because it shows an extra wrinkle.
That's
but
what
I
I'm
am
thinking.
nervous.
Yeah,
about it.
I like the creativity because I don't want him to enter in a package and everyone in the stadium know, oh, jet sweep,
Mhm.
yeah.
right? Like, oh, it's going.
Yeah, which
you
they
know,
would do under McCarthy.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So I enjoy the little, like you called it, a wrinkle with him. Another person who has joined the team, and we can talk about defense a little bit now. We just signed Jadeveon Clowney to a 1-year deal. I don't know about you guys. I don't see this making too much of a difference, but I think having veteran presence can't be a bad thing on the defense, right?
I feel
Brandon
like you
had
could
a
never
really
have
good
too much.
point about this in the pre-show.
I said, whenever you can find a guy that's been on his 7th team that doesn't have a job by week 2, you got to go get him, right? Because he's going to be a difference maker. No, he's not. He's washed, right?
Washed.
He's washed.
We're just plugging a hole.
If he had anything left that is more than just plugging a hole, like Tanner said, he would have been signed already.
Right?
Right, like-
it's a walking red flag.
I think it's another veteran, like having another veteran in there with these young guys. Obviously, you got Kenny Clark now, but I mean, I think that's pretty much kind of the get that energy.
Okay.
I don't even think it's that. I think it's they're just throwing things at the wall.
That's- I'm
that
with you on
too.
this.
I
Yeah.
think
Did
that
you
too.
did you guys see the
But that's
report?
the Cowboys.
Did y'all see
Yeah.
the report where he worked out for the Cowboys and he told them, "Gotta see what else is out there," and then Sunday is signing with us? Like that's
They
kind
were
of.
lowballing him. That's all
Yeah,
it was.
I
we
don't-
always do that though.
But it sounded like he had no other takers either.
Probably
No, we don't-
not.
he
Even
don't- he
if
would
we
have
were
signed
lowballing
already.
him.
He
Yeah.
would
That's
have
what I'm
signed.
saying.
Yeah.
It's a red flag.
That's like dating
100%. No, this
sometimes.
signing.
I have
does,
other plans, maybe.
This signing does nothing to get me in a way of saying difference maker. It's just
Oh my God. Jadeveon Clowney is the guy on Tinder that asks you out for a date but never actually makes concrete plans.
You just gotta
Well,
know
now he
you still
finally
can.
did because the. Now, when
Yeah.
did Jerry make that call? You think by second quarter, third quarter to call him back? Like, hey, by the way, you know
Hey,
what?
think you
Because
need
this
to
is
go
also
play
on
for
the
them
Cowboys
Cowboys.
too, because the
We got
Cowboys
glory
didn't give
hole.
him off.
Got glory
Hey,
on
I would
Cowboys.
say probably around the time Russ had 9 seconds to
Yeah.
throw it to Robinson for the game-winning touchdown.
Right.
Or
It's
a
what
very-
could have been the game-winning touchdown.
Is this where we're two people at first like we don't want to be together? You know what? Nothing else out there. Why not?
Yes,
you
that's what
know,
it is.
I'm
It's
lonely.
just
You're
like-
lonely. Like, come on.
Oh my
mean,
God, it's Golden
we-
Bachelor.
Yeah.
Something,
Oh.
right?
Oh.
We need something, especially with Overshone still out. We need something, and that's
Yeah.
all it is.
Well,
It's-
I think
it's
that
not
is the thing.
a difference
It's not a
maker.
needle mover.
I-
He might get a sack or two just based on the fact that nobody else is going to get one.
Okay, I'll tell you who we're missing. I'll tell you right.
Micah?
Well, yes.
Let it go. Make like Elsa and let it go.
Luka?
Leofow. Why
Are-
isn't
are we
Le-
missing Luka?
No,
Luka
Leofow. We're missing Leofow. I'm missing his intensity. I don't know why he's not filled. I know is another scratch this week, but believe me, I think he makes a little bit more difference than if people
They
think.
gotta.
I'm not saying he's like a Micah, but he had a pretty
He-
good rookie year.
Eberflus needs to like sit down and have a conversation with God and figure out how to make this defense better because we are in some serious trouble, especially when they hit that November gauntlet. We are in trouble if things don't get better.
I think
for
you
us.
mispronounced September.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let-
Well, I was thinking about like when we.
Well,
have to
October
play.
is a pretty tough stretch.
5 and 12.
Well, I'm just saying
Yeah.
that tough stretch has started.
Oh yeah, no, it does not end.
Well, that's the NFL season, but it does
Yeah.
get harder after Thanksgiving.
No, I think Eberflus has a record of being a good defensive coordinator. Maybe not a good head coach like he was in Chicago, but a good coordinator. We've seen that before. Wade Phillips, right? They're good coordinators. They're not great head coaches.
Hamburgers.
But it might be a personnel thing.
I don't
I just
know.
don't
I've
know if
seen,
we have the
I
personnel
don't
to
know.
be
I've
good.
I've
You've
I've
seen
seen former
coaches-
players go out and like the schemes don't look well. So like
Take Stephon Gilmore. He is 800 years old. He played for us for a year and then went to Minnesota and was a fucking beast in Minnesota.
yeah, we should have
Yeah.
kept him.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
like it is possible to get the best out of your players.
Yeah.
They're not giving their best. They're not even tackling properly.
You
It
just-
is a farce
You just
to
signed
watch this team right
USA,
now.
You just signed
I mean,
USA to a huge
not-
like you have guys. You have you mentioned Kenny Clark. You have certain guys in personnel. I don't think it's all just personal. You can tell they're like, what the heck?
Trayvon
mean-
Diggs should not have been playing off those deep threats
Yeah.
the way he was.
I
He
think-
basically gave them all the space in the world to tie him up and move past him and do all the things
Yeah.
they did.
To repeat
Shake and bake.
an unoriginal thought that I heard today, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
this is a comment that I heard today that maybe Trayvon is not an Eberflus guy because Eberflus likes to run zone. Trayvon is definitely better at man. He's a better man coverage cornerback. Maybe he can't run zone the way Eberflus wants him to, and it really got exposed, especially without Bland.
Yeah.
Which I'm not saying Bland was the reason they looked awful,
Absolutely not.
but maybe he was making some of the calls and letting people know where they should be, and now they don't have that. I can see there being some
Yeah.
disconnect.
And as,
right?
as a coach, you have to use what you have. You
Yeah.
cannot force a man who is 25, 27 years old to change his ways at this point. They're
Yeah.
good at what they're good at, and it's your job as a coach to show why they're good at the thing they're good at.
Use the tools that are given to you, right?
It
100%.
feels a lot like 2020 defense.
Yeah.
And
You said that
Nolan,
last week, too.
and that was very outdated. And that's why when Quinn came in, like there was that more creative excitement, which we've seen. That's been the best defensive schemes that we've had in a long time. There was some confusion and loss with Zimmer for a while. They started clicking at the end, but a little too late. I feel like Eberflus and Zimmer. I won't call Eberflus necessarily like Nolan, but I will say they're similar of that, like a little too old school. And I just don't know. It works with these guys. Some of these guys
Yeah.
who were under the Quinn and thrive. You have Fowler back, who was a Quinn guy.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's
Like you said, Osa is there.
yeah, Oso is Quinn who made him, Parsons. Like a lot of these guys, Bland came under.
Thomas is here. Right?
Yes.
Like there were some players that looked okay. The secondary looked really bad.
Yeah.
Right. But there was two major problems. Secondary was bad, and no pass rush,
Yeah.
which we've kind of discussed both of them.
You can't have both of those things and expect
But
to win football games.
yeah, if you are going to be poor in both of those, I'm not saying it is or isn't Eberflus's fault, because we're only two games into
Yeah.
his defensive coordinator reign here. But you're right in you have these tools, you have to use them to the best of your ability, and maybe that's why bringing in someone like Clowney, who does have some experience
Yeah,
as a pass rusher,
yeah.
because it is painfully obvious they do not have a pass rush.
No, yeah.
Yeah, and those two things are symbiotic, where a pass rush will help the secondary, and a secondary will help the pass rush, right? So maybe that's part of it, right? Trayvon might not be able to cover in a zone for that long.
I just don't like how he lines up. Honestly, I just hate it. Every snap I'm watching him, and I'm like, why are you giving him a pad of 5 yards? You're giving him the speed and the momentum to just run past you because you're not the athlete that you used to be.
No.
You can't keep stride for stride with these guys. There has to be something to change. That I don't know what it is. I'm not an expert. I'm not a defensive expert, but I am watching Trayvon Diggs.
Yeah,
not
I don't
look like
think
the ball hawk that we all fell in love with
I don't think yesterday helped Trayvon Diggs' stock at all.
at all.
No.
Absolutely not.
So
Yeah.
I'm not saying that he's not the problem because I think he's part of the problem.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm not putting all the blame on Trayvon Diggs. It's just an example because, like you said,
It's just
other guys gave up 40-plus, 50-plus yard plays yesterday. Like
Yeah.
it was hard to watch. That Malik Neighbors touchdown in the fourth quarter broke me.
Yeah. I mean, it was a good pass, but he had forever and a day to throw it.
But here's another thing. Like, my thing is going to go with half of this defense is the veterans really, really. Like, Usa just only having 1 sack. Where's Sam Williams? You know, Sam Williams is supposed to be that other Micah. He really is. I know he's been hurt on it, so we haven't got to unlock him. Now's the time. Now's the time. Like, where are you? I'm not hearing your name. I'm not hearing you at all. Ezra Rocco really hasn't had a huge impact yet. I know he's a rookie, but like he was a guy I was like, ooh, looking really good in preseason. Let's see. Not seeing anything from him. Like, Fowler's another one that's quiet again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a guy I was excited to bring back. Recorded 6 tackles last year for the Commanders.
I think this goes back to what we were talking about a few minutes ago about some teams giving their players reps in preseason. I think as a coaching staff, they need to realize who needs them and who doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can look at Dak and say 2 times, 2 out of 3 years, no preseason at all. Game 1, he comes out looking like he played the whole preseason, right? I think you can look at Dak and say he doesn't need it. But there are some players, you were mentioning, who were you saying that Cooper Beebe or Terrence Steele? Terrence Steele. Maybe he needs it, right? He needs to start getting up to speed a little sooner
No, I
than
love
game
Cooper
1.
Beebe. I wouldn't slander him.
But
Ever.
you know what I mean? It's like the coaching staff needs to realize who needs to play in the preseason to start getting up to speed and who doesn't. Maybe CD does because he had a few drops in week 1. Maybe that would have helped that, right?
Can I tell you someone who they're missing big time? It's not just Micah, and especially from a veteran, Jordan Lewis.
Yes.
Ugh.
They're missing
That
Jordan
hurts
Lewis.
my feelings.
Yes, they're
I
missing
love
Jordan.
him.
Believe me, I think you would have seen a little bit more fire there. I think that's people don't forget how much of an impact, even when he's hurt, that Lewis had with these CBs. You know, he is the
He was the
longest
heartbeat.
veteran.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
I think
That
we're
one
missing
makes
him.
me sad more than mad because once I saw what Jacksonville offered him, I understand why they did not match.
For sure, but that's
But
another where
I'm
we
sad
could have
about
freed
it.
up that money
Yeah.
early.
Yeah.
On these contracts.
Yeah, you could have.
Yeah,
You could have
with
paid
CD,
him
Dak, and Micah
a little
early.
less, right?
Yeah.
Earlier, right?
Yeah.
For sure.
All right, well, let's tie a bow on this. Say goodbye to week 2. Any final thoughts? Anything that you will be looking for in week 3?
I just think we need to be prepared for the roller coaster that will be not just this season, but every game.
Yep. I mean, I'm always interested to see what this offense. It was great seeing Pickens really in the mix, scoring.
Yes.
I love what we're doing with the run game, the switch. I love Williams right now, but just like Brandon, I'm nervous. Like every game is gonna be, I'm gonna have my barf bag ready to go.
Yeah.
Ew.
You know.
On the Pickens note, I wanted to mention this. It is undervalued how well he is at drawing pass interference.
Yeah.
Like two pass interference calls that, again, the Giants were just trying to throw out penalty flags themselves, but I think he has a reputation of being able to do that, and that's just as valuable as catching it, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And then one thing I do want to see more out of Pickens, kind of funny that you brought that up without me even telling you I was going to say this. I want to see him get a little bit more separation on his routes. I feel like he runs them very, very tight. And I think he needs a little bit of shake and bake action to get open.
That where unfortunately he drew an offensive.
That's
pass.
what I'm thinking of.
But that moment he kind of had shades of Amari Cooper, how he runs, the way he breaks
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
Ooh, Amari would run like that.
Amari had great run.
Yeah.
Oh, he was the most beautiful route runner I've
yeah.
ever seen in my entire life. Sorry, Des Bryant.
But it does make me excited just watching Pickens in the mix. And when he got that touchdown, the excitement, he's like, yes. Like, because I do think he's happy here.
I think so,
Yeah.
too. And like I told
any
you,
toxic relationship, right?
Yeah.
They're going to be really good at first.
you know, but
Yeah.
that's, like I said in our preview episode, season preview episode, Diva wide receivers are successful here for
We love
a reason.
toxicity.
We are all about
our
the
owner says
toxic
it.
and
It's a soap
dramatic
opera.
relationships.
Yeah.
All right, guys, if you have a product, a service, something you want to share with the world, hit us up at admin@boringtakes.com. We'll set you up with a marketing package so you can sell your stuff. Sponsor our shot takes. Come and do a shot with us. We're probably going to get it wrong. So that
Very
would be
true.
a really fun activity for you. But like I said, we reach thousands upon thousands of viewers every week, not just through our podcast, but through all of our social media channels. So, like I said, hit us up at admin@pouringtakes.com. We'll set you up with the right ad package.
Woohoo!
Also, as you guys can see, I am wearing my Dallas Sports Girl merch right now. This is my Dallas Stars colorway. There are tons of different styles and colors you can choose from, not just being a Dallas Sports Girl, but we've got Pouring Takes merch, and we've got other customized, amazing designs. Thank you, Tanner, for all of those things. You can find our merch at pouringtakes.com. Do we have coupon codes or anything active right now?
Not yet.
Not yet, but we will.
They're coming.
Actually, I think it's 15% off shipping, or 15% off, and then I think if you do enough, it's free shipping.
There we go. See, I knew
There
there
we
was
go.
something.
Yeah, there's always something going on.
There's always something. But like I said, find our merch at pouringtakes.com, and let's be cute together.
That's right. Let's be cute together.
Let's be cute together. Okay, guys. Week 3, we're going to Chi-Town. Chicago is coming off a really tough loss against the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions, let's be real, came in there. It was a revenge game for them. They felt super abandoned by Ben Johnson
Yes.
for him to leave while they're this close to being a Super
Yeah.
Bowl champion, and decides, I'm going to go be a head coach for the Chicago Bears in your division. Ha!
Like, good for him, but you can still be mad about it.
Yeah, I
Or
get it.
upset
I
about
think one of the celebrations was like a shot at Ben Johnson.
Yeah.
I don't know. They put up like 50+ points yesterday. It was hard to keep up.
I saw one of
Yeah.
the dances where he's
St. Brown had
falling
a really good
down.
game, 3 touchdowns.
Oh yeah, I have Jamar Gibbs in fantasy. I have Jared Goff in fantasy.
I
My
have Montgomery,
goodness.
so he had 1 touchdown.
But anyway, right now Dallas is heading to Chicago as the underdog.
Wow.
Chicago is favored by 1.5.
That makes
So
sense.
essentially, it's a pick'em game, but I'm required to say that we're the underdog. Guys, what do we need to do in this game to leave Chicago with a win? Brandon, you first.
So, Caleb's going to play more similarly to Jalen Hurts than Russell Wilson. Like, any quarterback in this league, you give them as much time as we've been giving them, they're
They can
going
do
to
whatever they
they'll do
want.
whatever they want. But he'll probably run more than throw 50-yard bombs to DJ Moore. He might, but he's going to run and pick up some first downs. So they need to put a spy on him, which they did not do to Hurts in game 1.
James Bond.
What?
James Bond.
Yeah, put a James
Drink.
Bond on him.
Oh, you're out of drink. Drink your
Put
Coke.
James Bond in the game, right? So offensively, I think they can handle their own if the offensive line just plays well. I think they could put up points against the Bears, but the defense is going to be the problem all year. They're going to have to treat this like they did like they should have the Eagles and put a spy on the quarterback and try to keep him from picking up those first downs.
Yeah, I'm with you. I really feel like this is going to be yet another shootout. I had a moment when I was like getting ready for the show and trying to do a little bit of research. And in my mind, I always think of Chicago as like a tough defensive team, just historically.
Yeah.
And I looked at where they like stack up defensively
Yeah.
in the league after 2 weeks. It's not pretty.
It's
No,
not
it's
good.
not.
Really
It's not the
not.
same. It's not that Urlacher or the.
Like, I don't think
Mid-
Chicago's that great,
No.
right? But they're probably better than us by the eyeball test, right? But barely.
Not by much. I feel like,
Yeah.
again, this is
A
going to be
pick 'em makes sense.
a Spider-Man meme situation, right? Two teams that have some weapons on offense. I mean, DJ Moore is going to be hard to lock down. Let's be real. With
Roma
our
Doomsday.
secondary,
Yeah, Roma Duze.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
Antaro Adunze.
Colston Loveland in there. They're going to utilize him.
Yeah.
And you got Swift on that team
Yeah.
at running back. Like, there's a lot that can happen on offense. I don't see a lot happening on defense, and that scares me, especially on the road. What do you think, Charlie?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I think this is similar to this week. Although I think Bears are better than the Giants. I really do.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And Ben Johnson, he is good X's and O's.
And he's
uh,
finding his way.
He is. They are finding the rhythm. I know that they started off a little bit on, and then unfortunately the Lions just took over. But they looked actually good against the Vikings in Week 1. So there's some inconsistencies. This is at home. I am very nervous, but I think our offense is better than their offense. Honestly, I trust Dak over Caleb Williams. I think our defense is not great enough, but I think it's going to be more of the same. I think it's going to come down to a field goal.
Oh, so you're already making your game pick.
I'm just gonna say that's how we're gonna be playing this game. It's gonna be similar to this past week. I think it's gonna be close.
Take words right out of my mouth.
So Brandon Aubrey is the key to victory for the
I
Dallas
think he's gonna be the
Cowboys.
key to victory for most of our games this year. Because
I think
that's
he'll be
what
the key to victory and get paid right after the game.
because that is exactly with no defense and their lack of. It is cool though. Jack Sanborn coming back to his old team from last year, but I mean, it's an offense. It's going to be an offensive showcase. It would not surprise me if you see 40 from us again.
I think we have to score 40 plus to win games.
And
at
that
this
sucks.
point.
That's exactly how 2020 was every game. Even and that actually game yesterday, Dak brought it up. Yes, it was exactly like Atlanta. I was right there when that happened. We were down, came back, had to win in overtime.
Jesus Christ, take the wheel. All right, let's make this quick then. Give me your official game pick.
Yeah, I have the Cowboys. I have the Cowboys by a field goal.
Brandon,
I have the Bears by a touchdown.
Bears by touchdown. Tanner,
Bears by 10.
Bears by 10.
That's right.
God damn.
I think it's going to be a late interception. We're going to be shooting from the hips so much that we're not going to have our eyes right, and it's going to be thrown in traffic too much. I think it's going to be a lot of interceptions, man.
Yeah, so what my fear is, the Bears took an absolute fucking beating last week. They are going to come out hyped.
They're going to be hot.
They're going to be at home. They're going to be all emotional and erratic and wild. Bears by a field goal.
Okay.
I mean, they were at home first week and they lost.
But I'm saying
But
coming
this
off.
could be
Yeah.
the Eberflus revenge
Coming-
game.
yeah, who knows that? And
Ooh,
let's be honest,
drama.
we have the better quarterback on the field. That's what matters. I don't trust Caleb Williams.
Guys, what
I agree
color?
with you.
What
Yeah.
color is Caleb's nails
Yeah.
gonna be?
What?
What color are Caleb's nails gonna be? Mine are
Oh.
green right now. They're so pretty. I just got them done today.
I have no idea.
I have no idea, but
Green.
I think
Orange for Bears.
He's done the orange and the navy before.
I think Dak wins this game for them, and carries that to
Okay.
that.
We will find out. One more thing. Give me your shot takes for this game. That's right. We have redemption, boys. We gotta. One of
I
us
can't-
needs to get on the
I
board.
can't do any defensive shot takes. So
Mine's gonna be crazy
All right, I'm gonna start with you then,
Okay.
crazy man.
because y'all are saying it's gonna be a shootout, high scoring. I think it may end that way, but I think the first half is an all field goal game.
Oh, yeah.
like
I
yesterday,
like it.
Vikings, like the Vikings, Atlanta.
Yeah,
So you're thinking like 9-6 at halftime.
yeah.
Woo-hoo. Charlie,
I'm still gonna be offensive here because it can't be too.
offensive or offensive?
You know what? How about this? I'll go 3 Aubrey field goals.
Just 3? Ooh, you.
I think it's going to be a lower. I think it's going to be a lower scoring game, but I think 3 field goals. But I think it will come down to a field goal at the end. And then I'm gonna go Williams.
Williams touchdown.
Just one.
At least just one.
At least just one. That
At
makes no
least just
sense.
one.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah, because I think he's their guy. I mean, I think
No,
that's
no,
the
Well,
weapon.
no, no.
no,
Wait,
he's
no. I
definitely
need
their
you.
guy.
I need you to specify. Are you going to say just one or at least one?
I'm sorry. At least one touchdown by Williams.
Okay.
Sorry. At least that's what I meant. At least one touchdown
At least
and
just one.
and at least 3 field goals by Brandon Aubrey.
So 3. Brandon Aubrey field goals. At least a touchdown from Javonte Williams. Tanner.
Brandon Aubrey's the only scoring motherfucker on the Cowboys.
Well, Williams has scored though.
That's what I'm going to say.
Williams has scored.
Ooh.
He's just saying
I-
Aubrey's the
He's
only
just
one
saying
to score
only
on.
points from Aubrey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Only
Where are
only
you?
Aubrey next game for the Cowboys. He's the only scorer.
And
That's what I'm
that
gonna
maybe
say.
he'll get paid.
Oh, they're gonna pay him. You'd be foolish to let
No,
that
like
kid
now.
go. Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
Jimmy
because
Not-
back to
not
back
when the
games where
kicking
he's
marker-
literally the reason they win. He'll get paid.
I'm going to go 2 rushing touchdowns from Caleb. And he hits DJ Moore for, as you like to say, a long TD pass.
A long TD.
What is that, 40 plus?
40 plus.
40 plus.
I mean,
Yikes.
that wouldn't surprise me at all.
It's my shot take.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
I'm trying to get on the board, guys.
I know. I'm just throwing crazy stuff out there.
No, but yours isn't crazy. Like, I really appreciate that. That's
Yeah.
creative. Okay. It's time for you. It's your show.
Ooh.
Charlie's Top
Charlie.
Show.
We need a theme song for this.
You're right.
Fancy.
Do you do the chicken
Yeah,
dance?
that's
What
the
would
first
be
thing
a
that came to
top
my
shelf?
head.
That's not top shelf. That's like lower or bottom shelf. Like what's left over. Like it's been open. Okay, I guess I'm gonna drink it.
Everybody loves the chicken dance. That's why everybody loves
picking up
Charlie's Top
some
Shelf.
Empties on other tables.
Yeah,
like
that's when
doing.
you're desperate. You're looking.
Yeah.
It's like, all right,
Yeah.
why not?
All right,
There's a swig in
TBD.
this
I
one.
will come up with a better theme song for your top shelf.
I got you. Don't you sweat it.
There you go, producer Tanner.
Hey,
All
did
right,
I meant to tell y'all, I got the Double Wear guys together. We're going to cut some bumper music for
there
us.
you
Heck
go.
yeah.
Let's
Love
go.
it. Let's
Love it.
fucking go.
Sorry, I derailed us. Go ahead,
All
Charlie.
right,
Charlie's
my
Top Shelf.
Top shelf. These are my top 5 teams of the weekend that I say. So
That was supposed to be
number-
applause.
number-
I was like, why?
yeah.
My
All
bad.
right.
Sorry.
Silent applause. So 5 and 4 are like neck and neck. Actually, a lot of my picks are going to be kind of neck and neck. At 5, I have, and this is kind of just based on the strength of who they've played, but I still feel like where they're at. Number 5 is going to be the Bills for me.
Okay.
Number 5 is going to be, this could be interchangeable with 4. 4 is going to be the Ravens, being the Browns, Lamar. Anytime Lamar, Flacco, which I don't know how many times they played now against each other, but a couple. His old mentor thought they looked really good. They started off slow, but they picked it up. Bills are back in the win column, 1-1. But 3, though. is
Wait,
that-
Wait.
You said
Not the Bills. Sorry, the Ravens.
Ravens.
Okay.
Sorry,
Okay.
the Ravens. I was thinking about that game last week.
Yeah.
See, we need to
against the
hit-
Bills. So you have the Ravens above the Bills, even
For-
though the Bills beat them in week 1.
But I'm going based on it's
I
week
feel
by
like
week.
for this segment we need our own flags to throw.
No, it's going week. You said of the week.
Of the week.
Of
It's
Okay.
week by week,
Okay.
and they had the more dominant win than
Okay.
the Bills.
Okay.
Who you're playing the Jets, who just so that's how it goes here, week by week.
Okay.
So
It's his part of the show.
It
is.
It is. And I don't go by every week's different.
It's his shelf.
I had Steelers last week, remember, and they're not on it.
Yeah.
You don't have to
fell
defend
out.
yourself,
They fell
Charlie.
out.
I got it. I got you,
3.
buddy.
You want to talk about a comeback? We talked about this team, and we talked about both of these teams. Lions, huge win, needed that win, looked dominant, looked like okay,
Bounce back.
they're back in the mix. I have a tie. Because
Cowboys.
I think we're most likely, very well, still a lot of season to play. We'll see these two teams in the NFC Championship. It is going to be, I have the Green Bay Packers and the Eagles tied together. Going into the weekend, I had Packers at 1, 2-0. That defense looks good.
It does.
But the Eagles, you can't sleep. I know they didn't perform nearly what they needed week 1. I know the Chiefs have some losses, but still, that it's hard to deny that roster. And they went back. They have the Chiefs number right now. So those are my two right now. Now an honorable mention would be probably the Rams, but I look at the Titans and I'm kind of like, Bucks are looking good though right now as we're watching.
Yeah, Bucks are looking good.
But
Bake-
that's
the
my
bake
top
show.
5. That's my top shelf.
I find it really interesting that you got the Packers and Eagles tied. I don't like ties, 1 and 2. I actually really think the Packers are the most elite team in the NFC right now.
Only
True.
ties when they deserve it.
I hate ties.
I know.
I
But
normally do, but
if you want,
Circle back.
if you want me to break the tie, I had Eagles at 2 and Packers at 1.
Okay.
But they're neck
Go
and neck
Pack,
to me.
go.
They're neck and neck though. That's the thing. They're neck and neck.
Yeah.
Because I think those are easily the 1 and 2 teams, depending on whose argument right now.
I know they haven't played yet this week, but what would the Chargers need to do to stay in your top 5 because they were in your top 5 last week?
Yeah, I mean, I think. Well, they're playing tonight. I know.
Yeah,
we
they're playing
won't-
the Raiders.
Yeah, the play. See, but that's the thing. Is like I think the Chiefs. That was because we didn't know what we knew going in. Don't get me wrong, great performance. I think I like the Raiders, but I don't know that I would put the Chargers this week with the win over there.
Yeah. so
Compared
it's
to
a
like the
strength of
Packers,
schedule thing,
it's a
right?
strength of schedule,
Okay.
Okay,
and that's
committee.
why I had Ravens and Bills a little bit lower, but they were a little bit more dominant in there
Mhm.
when you look.
Yeah.
Because we
I-
got a
I
lot
get
of
it.
close games,
Yeah.
around this
And
week.
I honestly don't have many disagreements with that.
I just have to ask
yeah.
you questions.
No, I Chargers. Hey, I think it could be the Chargers division to win right now.
They are.
That's
I'm
right.
looking
There we go.
forward to it.
Or
This is
have you seen?
your bet.
Did you see that the TikTok, the Los Angeles Lightning?
Oh
this,
yeah,
this,
I did.
This woman. This
It's the
wife.
fans on the street
Yeah, the
name
fan-
the team.
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, I've seen these.
Yeah, but this was a guy doing it to his
It was
girlfriend.
yeah.
I've
Name the
seen
NFL logos. The Cheetah Pumas
Yeah, Cheetah Puma
for
Cheetahs
Jacksonville.
is what she called them.
Oh, so silly. Tanner, take us through the pick 4.
All right, Tanner's pick 4. Here we go.
Okay.
Current standings: Brandon and Charlie both have 5. Way to go! Tied for first
What's
place. I have 4. Rayya has 3.
I'm coming for you.
The games we have this week, we have
you.
the LA
what she
Raiders
said.
at the Philadelphia Eagles. Who you got, Brandon?
Philly's not going to go undefeated. I think the Rams are really good. It is in Philly, so I think they squeak by again here. They'll be 3-0. Give me Philly.
Nice.
I'm going to roll upset. I think the Rams are building something special. Devontae Adams looks great. I'm
Yeah.
excited for him. Matthew Stafford's staying healthy. So I think the Rams can play spoiler this week.
Nice.
I think it's Philly. They're so strong at home, and man, they got Saquon really going this week. As long as you have
Dude.
Saquon, I think it's going to be closer. I
He's
think it's
so
going to be a
good.
fight, just like it was in the postseason. But I think Philly's the better team right now.
Oh, dude. Philly rules. Give me the upset, though, baby.
Let's go, Tanner.
Let's go.
I hope both of you are right, though.
yeah.
This is one where I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah. All right. Houston at Jacksonville. We'll go the other way. Charlie, what do you got first?
Yeah, well, just watching Houston right now, it's a close game. I'm going to ride. Jacksonville should have won this past weekend against the Bengals. They made it. But I'm going to go Jacksonville. I'm going to go. It's going to be close, but I think they squeak it out. They should have beat the Bengals. They made an error, but I think they rebound.
All right.
Yeah, we had Luke on the show a couple weeks ago, and he made a case for Jacksonville winning the AFC South. And the more I see them play, the more I'm starting to believe in it. So I'm going Duval.
If you guys Texan fans, I have a Texas fan. They're not too excited about this season with the Texans.
No, yeah, I'm watching the game here. They're in third quarter, 10 points.
They're not what they used to be.
No.
I am not high on C.J. Stroud bouncing back, even though now he is my fantasy quarterback with the Burrow injury.
And not having Mixon, that is huge. That
Yeah.
changes their whole run.
I'm going to also go Jacksonville just because
Duval.
I think Brian Thomas will have a breakout game this week.
Wait, it's the Cheetah Puma Chinas.
Cheetah Puma
Cheetah Puma Cheetahs.
The
Cheetah Puma
Cheetah
Cheetahs.
Puma Cheetahs.
Yeah, so I'll go Jacksonville.
Jacksonville or, these are both trash teams.
Damn, Tanner.
Man, I got to be the villain, you know what I mean? I'll go with Houston. I think Houston's going to wake up. They're falling asleep in this game.
Yeah. The past 2 weeks, they've
The Bake Show's putting them to sleep.
Oh, boy.
BDE
All right.
Baker.
Denver, LA Chargers. What do we got, Charlie?
I'm going to go, even though I need Bo Nix to have a good day. Well, it depends. I can go Drake May. I'm going to go Chargers. I really do. I was worried about this Chargers team with Slater being out, but Harbaugh's got them playing. We'll see tonight. Obviously, we're not watching it, but I feel the Chargers will edge them.
Gross.
It is gross.
You said you liked the Chargers.
I did. I wasn't planning on edging them.
Yeah, I was referring
Oh.
to the comment.
Okay.
edging.
Okay. We were talking about
Are we
edge
at the
rushers.
point where we put Charlie in timeout again?
No, that's
we're getting
not.
close.
That is a fun
We're on
comment
the
our
edge.
show. Come on.
Oh, I
There's
see
a
what
lot
you did
worse
there.
things.
You drink,
Yeah,
sir.
there you go.
I mean, honestly, you did say I'm coming for you a minute ago.
Oh, no.
Tanner's favorite YouTube member
Yeah, and
is
he
the
didn't mark
Edge.
it.
Oh, my goodness.
He missed it. Anyway,
We've gotten all kinds of derailed.
I have Justin Herbert on my fantasy team, so I'm gonna go with the Bolts.
The Los Angeles Lightning, by the way.
Oh, the Los Angeles Lightning.
I'm going to go Denver here. I think they're starting to wake up. They had a slow start in week 1, looked better in week 2.
They look great yesterday.
Yeah.
I would like to see how LA looks this week. I haven't
Wait,
seen
they
that
lost to Indy in
Yeah.
a weird way,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
Yeah.
Indy got the fill. Yeah. There was a
Yeah.
penalty.
There was a
wasn't there?
penalty. That's what it was. They
caused them-
got
They
so they
should've-
missed a kick.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Indy missed a kick. They got flagged because they touched the center.
Yeah.
You know, Don't know why I said it that way.
Center of your universe.
And so they got the extra, 5-10 yards, whatever it was. They re-kicked, and they won the game. So
Yeah,
Denver took an L last
The
week.
Indy
Yeah.
kicker, by the way, had 5 field goals, so may have outscored Aubrey on fantasy.
Probably not, because we go for distance. You get more points with distance.
Yeah, that's true.
So because Aubrey made a 60-plus yarder, he got 6 points for that kick alone.
yeah, probably
It's like
not.
the cake song.
And interesting fact about Indy, they're the first team in the Super Bowl era not to use their punter in the first 2 weeks.
Hey,
Damn.
I have
know. What a gig.
something for you guys.
Pat McAfee is upset. For
What
us.
kind of relationships do kickers like?
This is going to put you in timeout. You know that, right?
Uh-oh. I'm ready.
I don't know, Charlie.
Long distance.
What?
Ugh.
I'm going to go Denver.
That's the right
I
move.
think they'll win. They're too good to go 0-3.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, but
Wait,
I got to roll with my Chargers. Go Bolts.
Go Los Angeles Lightning.
That's right.
Goodness.
All right, last but not least, we have Detroit at Baltimore. I think we got Baltimore with 5.5. What do you think here?
I will go Baltimore. I think Detroit had a really good game in the Ben Johnson Bowl, but I think Baltimore will bounce back and they'll kind of go back down to earth a little bit. While they're still good, Baltimore is, I think, a little better.
Here's what I'm thinking. We watched Baltimore choke a game away to Buffalo in prime time, right? We just saw the Lions essentially have a get-back game after losing to the Packers. They're connected. They are on a new level spiritually. There is harmony on that team. They are moving forward. I think this is going to be an absolute banger. I think 5.5 is a little too generous, honestly, of an odds. But I'm going to take the dog here. I'm going to go with them Lions.
Well, this is not the game you pick in a suicide league, that's for sure.
No.
Do not pick this one. If you were
No.
debating between some teams, the Detroit-Baltimore game you should mark off as I'm not going that way.
Yeah, don't
You
even
think it go
answer.
either way.
That just leaves me, right?
No,
Charlie.
Charlie.
Oh, gosh. I'm so sorry, buddy.
Joke.
Oh, was that your penalty for the joke?
No, I have to take. Here's the thing. I get they had that get-back game, but it was against the Bears, and they did lose to an elite team in the Packers the first week. I do think Lions are back. I do think they're strong, but I see them no more than a wild card team. The Ravens are better. They have the better running back. I think Lamar's got his groove. They should have won that game, but it also against the Bills. The Lions aren't the Bills.
Yeah.
No, I think the Lions are better. Eat 'em up, Lions. Eat 'em up.
Why are we the same person today?
Man, we're having a
always
good time.
opposite.
Oh, my God.
Well, what did I didn't I say that Detroit was going to win the Super Bowl and also the Chargers are going to win the Super Bowl this year?
Well,
no, Chargers win their division and Lions win the Super Bowl.
You can only have one Super Bowl winner.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, right. It's a big old mess.
It's
Okay.
called hedging your bet, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, just got to hedge your bets.
Edge funds.
Tanner, I want to introduce the FaceTime segment.
Oh, yeah?
So we are all fans of the ESPN program Around the Horn that was laid to rest earlier this year. Part of that show, a debating show, is that at the end, whoever was the best debater of the day got a few minutes of FaceTime to talk about whatever they wanted. So every week, if we have a little bit of time, which I've decided we do today, Tanner is going to choose who the MVP of the show is. He can choose himself, by the way.
It's not me.
And that person gets 2 to 3 minutes to talk about whatever they want. So, Tanner, take it away.
All right. Well, I think the MVP today is Brandon.
I
Brandon
knew it.
came in hot. He had good opinions. He had strong takes,
Yeah, good
strong
jokes,
arguments.
too.
He had good jokes.
Y'all act like this isn't an every week thing.
Some weeks are better than others for you, bud.
I don't know about that.
And he wasn't even drinking much.
I had a shot of Fireball. Loosen me up.
That's all right, man. Get hot. All right.
I
Well,
know.
take it. You got
All
90
right.
seconds.
Yeah.
Talk about whatever you want.
Go. So we're going to go with Brandon's reality corner.
There you
So
go.
Rayya has had some homework.
I'm almost done. I
You're
have
almost
just
done?
last week's episode left.
Yeah, of watching the challenge because it's Wheels Off Television that I love, and I figured out Rayya loves as well. So the new season started a couple weeks ago. I had some comments about, the boot order could be bad if Bananas loses really quickly. He did.
Oh, my God. Mercenary flashback.
Yeah.
like when CT backpacked him across.
Oh yeah, they definitely showed. They'll show the CT Bananas backpack anytime they get right, but
Gabe backpacked him without backpacking him.
the season has kept its pace. I'm still impressed with it. We have some Survivor people on there. How do you feel about D? I want your opinion on D because I love D.
I do too. I think
And
she's.
don't mark that. Don't mark that.
You just wrote your own grave, dude. I just saw
How
him
did
go,
you think that was going to
"Bang!"
go?
I know. I said it and I go, shit.
No, D. I think she's really smart. She's smarter than she's
Very
letting
smart.
on.
Survivor winner. She won Survivor,
And,
right? So
But I
very-
don't think she's the best female rookie in the house. Not
who
yet.
is?
I really like Sydney. Sydney scares me.
She's very cocky. She did not do as well on Survivor, by the way. She was pre-merger, which means she didn't even make it to the halfway point,
Oh, dang.
and they just said, adios, bro.
No,
and-
I just saw the episode where she and, was it Leo, won their
Yes.
daily?
Have you seen the episode where Will was crying about D?
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
You boys, you guys don't want to settle down with us, but the second we move on to somebody else,
He was literally
butt hurt.
crying on the
That's
challenge
a lie.
because a girl wouldn't talk to him.
we don't know what happened between Dee and Will, but the fact that Dee felt comfortable enough to move on says everything I need to know.
Yeah.
Apparently, Will was not willing to give her what she wanted. I just heard
Yeah.
what I said. And therefore, she found it somewhere else.
With bananas. So that was
Nice.
probably a little bit of game move by D, right?
I
You
think it
want to
was
get
smart.
in with bananas,
I-
even though he definitely had the biggest target.
Yeah, but now you've got the rookie alliance or the new threat alliance. I'm never going to call them new threats. They're rookies. You got the rookie alliance and you got the vets. You see that separation now. Even though they have to compete with each other in all the daily challenges, these rooks are trying to take shots here, and I'm here for it. They're
Yeah, the
not-
rooks are pretty good.
outside of Izzy, I don't think anybody is protected by a vet. So
Not at all. John A is back in the mix because
okay,
Cara
yes, I
Maria
wanted
had
to
to leave.
talk to you about that. But we've been playing music now, so we are done. We've been cut off.
Womp womp.
Womp womp.
There it is. There's
well,
the cutoff.
Here's
music.
what we'll do. How about you make a little video, 30 seconds, and we'll post it
Tanner,
on
I
the
can't hear you
Quarantine
more
socials
based off
about
of like
the challenge.
peanut concerts and amps.
All right. This has been Pouring Takes Podcast. For Charlie, Brandon, Tanner, I'm Rayya. Tune in every week. You can find us at pouringtakes.com. Subscribe to all of our channels. Come and see us at Underdog Restaurant and Sports Club every week. Starting next week,
Cheers.
we are going to be here Tuesdays.
Yes.
So come and see us Tuesdays at 6:30.
Gives us a little decompression time from the Cowboys.
Thirsty Tuesday.
Thirsty Tuesdays.
Thirsty Tuesday.
Have a good week, y'all. Cheers.
All right.
Ooh, Twisted Tuesdays.